Welcome back to the show. Ooh, is it just me or does it feel jolly in here? Yes, because it's that time of the year where beautiful snow falls down and so do people in my street. Today on the menu we've got fake snow, magic acid, awkward comedy, and trigger warning, there's a rape scene involving a snowman. Today on Horror Culture, we're watching Jack Frost. So Jack Frost came out in 1997, and it's exactly what you think it is. In the veins of Thanksgiving and trash like that, a throwback slasher film trying to be self-aware and funny, and mostly failing at it. Nonetheless, it has a few many qualities, most notably in the surprisingly entertaining death scenes, except for the didn't enjoy that a whole lot. Another thing I didn't enjoy is this god-awful opening sequence. It seems to go on for like half an hour. It's a strange opening where an uncle tells a story to a kid, but it's a horrifying story of a serial killer.
He killed people. He'd stick knives in their faces and cut out their tummies, then stamp on their heads till their brains got all runny.
Yeah, that's gonna put your kid to sleep in no time. But what truly sends shivers down my spine is this kid performance that's actually probably just a 40-year-old woman trying to sound like a child. And it is as awkward as you can imagine.
Uncle Henry, tell me a story. But they did catch him, didn't they, Uncle Henry?
That was uncomfortable. Anyhow, this rather strange exposition dump sets up our antagonist, Jack Frost. No, not the snowman, a guy literally named Jack Frost. And the film, it takes place in the town of Snow Mountain. What's this I'm seeing here? Oh, it's a movie on the nose. A vehicle is transporting Jack Frost, the dangerous psycho killer, on a dark, stormy winter night. But surprise, it crashes into a genetic research truck. And that sounds like a scientific word, so I'm assuming it contains acid that makes people turn into snowmen. I mean, I'm just guessing here, but... I was right. You know what though, for such a low-budget movie, the effects are okay. Here's Sam Tyler, our protagonist who has a little history with Jack. He's the sheriff that caught him, so he's a pretty talented sheriff. Except he's traumatized that Jack swore revenge on him.
I'll find a way! I'll tear your town apart! I'll kill your family! I'll kill you, you're dead!
I mean, I feel like criminals would yell stuff like that all the time, but you know, this one in particular is really scary. Now, is this interesting setup ever gonna be paid off? No?
No.
Oh my god, look at that snow. It's so fake. Okay, Sam has a wife and an annoying kid. I love those.
Dad?
And his secretary at the office is Adrienne Barbeau.
That's false.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me these women are two different people? Okay then. So an old man is found dead, frozen on his rocking chair. The prop looks pretty damn great. Again, especially for the budget. So great, in fact, that they're gonna milk that shit to death.
So I would say something soft was
Yeah,
found
we
in
saw
the
it.
nest.
You can cut any time now.
So I'm
Please?
guessing that his head was snapped.
We fucking got it! Another kill shortly follows, this time a bully. And you know what we do to bullies here on this channel? Squeeze the life out of them. Therefore, I can only praise Jack's heroism when he bitch slaps the kid, who then gets decapitated by a sled. Wonderful. Wonderful. Granted, the fake head looks fake, but I like the head bag right there. That's pretty funny. As for our other characters, we've got this mustache man selling salt and antifreeze, which most definitely won't come back later in the plot. And the B-plot here is about this FBI agent and a nerdy scientist responsible for creating Jack. They're hunting him down as if they were Loomis chasing Michael, except not as good. Let's move on. Hey, remember that awful bully? Well, what do we do here with family members of bullies? Murder them too. Play around in their blood. And once again, Jack seems to be on the same page here, because he gives the dad one hell of a deep throat. And he decorates the Christmas tree with the help of the mother. Mwah! Chef's kiss. Yeah, this is by far my favorite kill of the movie. I love it! Guess what? After that, we got another scene where people are looking at a corpse, and it's one unending, continuous shot. You guys ever heard of different types of shots in a movie? Apparently not. What else? At one point, Jack steals a cop car and he slowly backs up on a cop. I guess that could kill someone. It's just not very exciting. I guess now would be a good time to address the design of our villain here, as we get a pretty good look at his pretty face. You know, I think I like the design. It's definitely not what was promised on the cover art, but yeah, it's not bad. The kill though? Really bad. Oh, hey, did I mention Sam has a wife? And she does laundry and stuff. A very interesting character. Moving on to the next body bags, these horny teens, and the girl is the decapitated mean bully's sister. I mean, your brother just died a few hours ago. Shouldn't you be crying instead? What stage of grief is desperately wanting sex? Oh well. So these guys just break into the sheriff's house to steal his wine and have sex? That's a little weird. Can't you go somewhere else? Well, before they get the chance to have a baby and ruin their lives, Jack appears and kills the guy. Now here's something that disappoints me. The guy just put some ice in his drink, but evidently the ice is actually Jack. How cool would it be to see him drink some of that Jack juice and then have a chestburster scene but with a snowman? Well, anyhow, the kill isn't that bad either. I bet he'll have one hell of a brain freeze. As for the girl, she just spent about 30 minutes drying her hair, so the next thing she does is to take a bath and shove her head in the water. I think it's usually the other way around, but what do I know? Okay, Jack shows up for a midnight bath and, again, trigger warning, he rapes her to death.
Looks like Christmas came a little early this year. Well, hope it was good for you, honey.
It's very uncomfortable. Time for a breather, where scientist man explains how Jack Frost came to be. It makes as much sense as you expected.
I created an acid that would bond a human chromosome helix with an inert material so that we could be resurrected in our future.
Of course, yeah, that was kind of obvious. We have arrived to the third act, where everybody groups up and fights the snowman. They start by blowing it up. Doesn't work. They burn him in a furnace. Doesn't work. This one-liner,
We iced him.
ooh, doesn't work. Then they throw it in a pool of antifreeze. Oh wait, it works. Yes, Sam is happy and hugs his family that I forgot existed. There's a little sequel bait. And it's over. Ah, Jack Frost. This was a strange ride. On one hand, I can only praise the effort that was put into this. With a very limited budget and barely any real snow, as well as difficult shooting conditions, the director did his best with what he had. He resorted to some of the oldest tricks in the book, and to a rather successful effect. Yeah, maybe not always. On the other hand, the humor is god-awful, the film is cheap, and the characters are nothing special.
Whoa!
As I mentioned, the kill scenes really save this film, well, some of them at least. They are very creative and fun. Jack's Freddy Krueger-ish one-liners sometimes work, sometimes don't.
Well, it ain't fucking Frosty.
But overall, he's a decent killer. I still think it's a waste to not have included a scene where the revenge element comes into play, kind of a scene that you feel like the characters have a history together.
Oh my god.
But with all of this said, Jack Frost managed to be a mediocre, fun Christmas flick. I am not in a hurry to rewatch it anytime soon. It's got some problematic scenes, it's a little boring. Overall, just meh. I'm gonna give it 2.5 snowmen out of 5. Check it out if you want. Well, that's about it for me. Now I'm gonna go to the sheriff's house and have sex. But until next time, keep watching horror movies. It's good for your health. Bye bye.